It's noon on Tuesday, January 25th, and this is news that you can use from YAA with your dear friends and hosts, Zach and Ray.
All right, here's the deal, Dad.
Yeah.
We're talking about some serious business this morning. There are a lot of comments, a lot of folks with us already. Let's kick things off.
What was the clickbaity title?
No,
of
it's not
today's
clickbait.
show?
It's not clickbait. We're going to kick things off.
What is the title of today's show?
This is why car prices are going to continue to go up. Okay. And can we blame EVs for it?
Wow.
All right, let's jump right into the article and then we'll come back to the chat here, Dad. Saw this morning. It's over on The Drive. The Drive has awesome content, by the way. Really enjoy what they put out. They do typically like more deep dive content. They have ads just like everyone else. The
Different than
Fisker Ocean.
us.
Look at that.
We do no dive content.
No, get out of here. Justin just posted, if you go to our blog, he just posted this Nissan Ariya review.
Yeah.
This thing's like 2,000 words. It's really good. I edited it. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really good. So
long form journalism here at Join YAA.
All right. Skyrocketing lithium costs could drive up EV prices. Not only are automakers still dealing with the chip shortage, but now there are limited raw materials and skyrocketing costs. This talks about that, how obviously lithium is used in the production of batteries.
Yes.
It is up 500% from January of last year to January of this year.
Yeah.
This article talks about how that's going to obviously increase the raw materials costs for the vehicles that they're producing. It says it right here. Lithium of suitable grade for car batteries is 5 times more expensive in January 2022 than it was in January of 2021.
Yeah.
This may not be a surprise given that basically every automaker announced plans to build a gigantic battery manufacturing facility over the course of last year. But Dad,
yes,
could rising car prices be a result of lithium prices going up and the push for more EVs? In conjunction with all the other things going on?
Well,
you have too much energy.
Well, I think only if we're talking about EVs. Yeah, I don't think the rising price of lithium is going to impact your ICE cars.
But you don't think that if we see MSRPs of EVs continue to go up, that won't be a justification for ICE vehicles to also increase their MSRPs?
Well, no, the justification for ICE vehicles to adjust their MSRPs is the fact that people are willing to pay so much over MSRP, and the manufacturers are taking that into consideration when they will come up with their new MSRPs for their vehicles. That has nothing to do with the lithium. That has everything to do with what the consumers seem to be willing to pay.
I don't know if I completely agree with you, because if there's more appetite for EVs and EV prices can be more expensive, then that's
but
a
the appetite for EVs is so small in comparison to the giantness of the auto market.
Do you really feel that way?
Well, what was the percentage of EV
Tesla's
adoption?
Tesla's on pace to be the
what was the what is
it's
it?
like
3%
4%.
4%. Okay, 4% out of 15 million cars, new cars that were sold last year. So what's that? That's nothing.
I hear you, but I guess I'm saying still, like, if the prices of cars go up.
Talk to me when it's 30%, when it's 40%, when it's 50%. 4%. It's like a blip. It's it attracts attention, but it doesn't have anything to do with the pricing of ICE vehicles.
You really think so?
I really believe that.
All right, sorry for the title, folks. I thought it had something to do with it.
Well, but if we're talking EVs, absolutely the price of EVs will be going up because of the price of raw materials that are needed to manufacture those batteries.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been talking about that all year long.
Yes.
Joe said in the chat here, what is the deal with GM putting out letters to dealers regarding not going over MSRP or something?
Well, they're not. God. They're recommending to their dealers that perhaps that sets a bad precedent, and consumers find it aggravating and annoying, and maybe it's not in our best interest to do that. But they can't tell the dealers not to do it, and the reason they can't is because the MSRP stands for manufacturer suggested retail price. It's a suggestion. The market actually sets what the price will be. If there's a glut of vehicles, then dealers will sell them for well below MSRP. When there's a shortage of vehicles and the market is willing to pay over MSRP, then the dealers will charge over MSRP, and the manufacturers can't do anything about either one of those circumstances.
I'm coming back to this damn battery thing because you know what?
Okay.
I'm getting called out in the chat a little bit saying clickbait again, which also, this is why I think people like us, Daz. You'll
Yeah.
call me out when I do that. But
Right.
I don't think it is clickbait. Like the Audi e-tron, they say in this article,
Yeah.
the Audi e-tron,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to read this.
Okay.
Compare that to the increase in the price of metals needed for an Audi e-tron in the same analysis reckons a jump of $1,895 to $3,861.
Yeah, almost a $2,000 increase in the cost for yes. So yes, the shortage of lithium and other raw materials needed to mass produce EVs is going to cause the pricing of EVs to go up.
And if people buy them, like think about it, are there even affordable vehicles anymore? The average used car price is now over $29,000. The
Yes.
average new car price is well over
Transaction price.
transaction price. Was the new car price what 48?
49, close to 40,
49,000.
yeah.
Like there are no such thing as like affordable ICE cars anymore. So people are looking at, cool, maybe I'll get an EV. I've got the tax credit. I get this, but now it's going to be even more expensive.
But we don't even necessarily have tax credits
There are tax credits right now.
till when?
The existing tax credits that were passed back in 20.
Okay, and for like a manufacturer like Tesla, they don't.
No, they're
qualify
out.
anymore.
They're
okay.
out. GM's
Because
out.
you hit a
200,000.
Yeah, so once you hit that volume max, I don't know. I mean, yeah, prices are going up, but prices will go up for reasons above and beyond the cost of raw materials in mining of lithium and other rare earth metals needed for.
I saw it.
electric-
I jumped on it.
No. Hey. If my job was to figure out a way to get eyeballs on our websites and our YouTube channels, I would be the champion of clickbaity. I would get the clickbaity award of the year, and you are it's only the 25th of January, and you were working long and hard to earn that award this year.
All right, let's switch gears and let's talk about used car prices. Dad, Black Book, every single Tuesday they put out their weekly market insights. This is our first. Have you looked at this?
No, I have not.
Yeah,
down goes Frazier. Down
Dad,
goes
you
Frazier.
obviously do not watch these videos because that is so loud. That is so loud. Let me go to the chat and let me ask. Let me ask the chat. Was that
loud?
too loud? I mean, I think, it's just, was it? That's us. We're asking, was that too loud?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, yes, there's a chance. There's a possibility it might have been.
Down, down.
Okay, down goes used car prices or wholesale prices. What?
All right. Fine. That's on me. All right, let's look at
all I will say is my son is out for me now because I blew up his clickbaity title.
All right, so let's look at this, Dad. So used car prices down again
Yes.
for the 6th week in a row. Let's see.
Fifth or sixth.
Rate of decline, but it's still typically experienced this year. Sellers are holding firm. Yeah, I think it's the 5th or 6th week in a row, down almost 0.2 of a point, which is more than last week.
Yes. No. It's
Car segment down over 0.25 of a point.
Yeah, it starts with baby steps. And we have seen, but the steps, apparently the baby is getting steadier legs and the steps are getting a little bit bigger each week.
Wow, look at this. Full-size vans still appreciated week over week.
Oh my God. Forget crypto. Invest in vans, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, look at this. Look at this, Dad. Full-size vans were up 0.37% week over week. Reported another increase last week, marking a full year of week over week increases for a plus 0.62% weekly average weekly rate of gain. So that's 52 weeks of going up more than 0.5% every single week.
Yeah, that sounds like a little over 30% for the year.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. So van prices are still going up.
Yeah.
Now we've seen and we've heard from a lot of people in chat and in comments that the values that they're getting from Carvana and all of those other players have started to go down.
Yes.
Let's see. I think they typically have, so we have our wholesale prices, which green line pretty much flat. I want to take a peek at what's going on retail prices. Retail prices flat.
Yeah.
Everyone's just kind of holding their breath right now, I think. I think
Well,
that's exactly what we're seeing.
It's the 25th of January.
Yeah.
It's winter. This, maybe
volume of listings is up.
It's winter.
No, I hear you.
Okay. It's the slowest time of the year for sales. So yes, everybody's, just in a holding pattern. And the weather doesn't really seem to be cooperating.
What the hell? What do you mean the weather? What's that?
Well, it's like every week here in the East, we're having a snowstorm.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't help with sales rates. You did mention to me the other day,
Yeah.
you caught up with one of your friends who used to be in the industry. They were selling a Cadillac Escalade at the sale
Yes.
for more than they could get selling it to a retail customer.
Well,
It was
yeah,
easier to sell it at the sale
They took
than
it
to
to
a
the
retail
sale, and
customer.
they made it was a 2 or 3 year old Escalade, and it brought $20,000 over its original MSRP, and I can assure you that they didn't trade it for anywhere near that for knowing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are still seeing incredibly inflated used car prices.
Yes.
Now,
yes. And on the
Ally-
retail side, they will hold steady before they start to go up again, which I suspect will happen around the first week of March. We'll see new car retail prices probably spike up a little bit.
You really think so?
Well, it's traditionally the start of the spring selling
I
season.
feel like we're starting to see some weakening demand. I mean, that's got to be what's going on here because we're starting to see inventory
it's
levels.
January.
I know. It doesn't matter. Who cares when it is? If we see weakening demand, I mean, that's a good thing because that means
but
that
it
less
happens
people are...
every January.
Yeah, I gotcha.
This is very seasonal when it comes to demand in January and February.
Yeah, Michael says auto prices generally go down a bit in the winter, costs rise in the spring.
It traditionally, historically, one of two things is going to happen. Either January is going to be your slowest sales month on the retail side, or February will be your slowest sales month on the retail side. One of those two things happens every year. It's January.
Yeah. So you're not putting too much stock, into what you're seeing right now. For example, Jordan in the chat saying the bottom is starting to fall out. You don't agree with that?
Not at all. No. I'll say it again. It's January.
No, I hear you.
This is normal.
Ally Bank, Ally Financial, they put
Yes.
out during their quarterly press release, quarterly earnings, Ally forecasts 15% decline in used car prices by end of 2023. Auto lender Ally Financial says Q4 inventory rose. What was interesting about reading about this is two
Yes.
things. So by end of 2023, that's not this year. That's next year.
That's next year.
So let's all just make sure we understand.
Yeah.
That's next year. So they're saying
Yes.
15% by next year.
Yeah,
They also then go on to say in here that they don't really know when that's going to happen,
of
but
course
they
not.
think it'll happen gradually and they think it's beneficial for everyone involved.
If it happens gradually, maybe that's why they're projecting that it'll happen gradually, because they don't want it to have it happen swiftly.
No, I mean, I don't think that would be
Yeah.
beneficial for anyone. So
Yeah.
it was either in here or I was reading there. Yep, right here.
Yeah.
This was interesting.
Yeah.
Ally said floor plan outstanding rose from 7.6 billion
Yeah,
in the third quarter to 11.1 billion in the fourth quarter.
yeah.
So they're seeing dealer inventories actually increase. Again, this is a
Yeah.
great proxy to how much inventory is on the ground, because if floor plan costs are going up, that means there's
Yeah,
more
but-
inventory sitting around.
But wouldn't floor plan costs be going up because the cost of acquiring each vehicle has dramatically gone up?
So you mean the loan that they then need to take out is increased?
Well, let me put it this way.
Break down floor plan for our audience.
Well, let me put it to you this way.
Sure.
If last year in 2020 they were buying said vehicle for $20,000, and floor plan is the dealership doesn't pay cash for it, they finance it, and their floor plan is what allows them. They have a credit limit from their lending institution.
I didn't realize how big Ally was in that
Well,
business.
that's because they were formerly GMAC.
Gotcha.
So in 2020, said vehicle might have cost the dealership $20,000 to acquire. Okay. Vehicles went up wholesale about 35%.
Mhm.
So that's what I can't do, $7,000 that so say that same vehicle today costs them $26,000.
Mhm.
Well, that impacts your floor plan. So the amount of inventory hasn't dramatically increased. It's just the cost of that inventory has dramatically increased. It costs way more to acquire it. So yes, you could draw out from this that inventory levels have risen to a certain degree, but it's the cost of acquiring it that has risen astronomically. And I believe further in the article, they state that inventory levels are only up about 15%, and that they're still significantly below where they need to be.
Mhm.
So, But yes, that's a lot of floor planning.
It's a lot of floor planning. And I
Yeah.
still think it is a proxy. I mean, if there's more money being spent on floor plan, there's likely more cars. I get what you're saying, that the amount
It's
that you're
the
having to floor plan per car is also
Yeah,
increased, which
the
makes
cost
plenty
of
of sense.
acquiring each car has dramatically escalated.
It's fascinating, though, that Ally's saying, okay, we see some normal depreciation that's expected to happen over the next 2 years. And then obviously that's pretty much what everyone else has said as well. Is this is not going to be the only people who have said this is going to happen like overnight that was the KPMG report. They were the only ones who said like, hey, the bottom's going to fall out this year and be ready for disaster, essentially.
Yeah.
Black Book folks said this year is going to be primarily like normal depreciation. And honestly, right now, what we're seeing is kind of normal depreciation, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like there's no big fireworks going off each week.
For January.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's, we're not seeing anything at this point that is as they said in the movie Young Frankenstein, Abby normal.
No,
nothing,
definitely
nothing Abby normal.
We've got Neil saying, aren't inventory levels gaining in value? I mean, I guess in theory because the cars are worth more, but also like the total number of vehicles on dealer lots. We haven't seen any indication that that's like significantly up, especially on the new car side. There's no indication.
No, not on the used car side. They're up a little bit.
I'll check one source really quick. Let me pull it up.
On the used car side, used car inventories are up a little bit. Absolutely. But like I said, the cost to acquire that is up significantly.
Mhm.
So it costs more per car than it ever did. And that's why your floor plan costs or the amount that's floor planned is significantly higher than it's been.
Let's take a quick look at inventory levels. This is always fascinating. This is from our friends over at Four Eyes. They update this page constantly, and we have some other information back on our website. But you can see total inventory available. This is new cars.
Yes, is ticked up a tad.
Just a touch.
A tad.
So week over week, it's up 1.3%. So yeah, I mean, we are seeing inventory levels. But you can see, man, end of year just crushed dealerships. They were down week over week 3.2%. And you can see the breakout by different types. Wow, new inventory by brand April compared to January. Jaguar inventories down 91%.
Yeah.
Buick down 89%. Land Rover down 88%. Honda inventories.
Yeah,
Wow.
Everybody's inventories are way down.
Relative change over time. This is fascinating. Look at Subaru. Subaru's bouncing back.
Yeah, what are they up to? A 6-day supply?
Possibly, but actually, look at that. That's quite the rebound.
Yeah.
Subaru's in the red line there, bouncing right back up. Isn't this data fascinating?
Yes.
Jaguar inventories are coming back up just a little bit. It's interesting. And you can actually hear on this
and part of
website.
it would have to do with the fact that it's January.
No, Pops, I get it. New inventory models, used inventory models. You can see. So you want to find a Volkswagen Passat on the used market? You're not going to find many. No Outbacks, Chevy Trax.
Yeah.
Haven't heard of them. The Equinox, can't find it. Kia Soul. Fascinating data here. So to have inventories bounce back, yeah, a little bit.
A tad, yeah.
From there to there, we've seen 2% increase in inventory levels.
Okay.
Scary stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really is. All right, I want to switch gears really quick, Pops, and I want to actually jump to pop your headphones on. Pop them on.
You're assuming I know how. Really? You gotta be kidding me. Where'd you go?
Somehow I managed to keep them on. Keep them on.
Now, somehow you managed to run over your cord?
There we go. I'm freed. All right. So our friends over at Vroom last year, if you remember, they put out a Super Bowl commercial, and they are very proud of the commercial that they have for this year. So I'm thinking as a group, let's take a quick watch of it. How's that sound?
30 seconds or less, buddy.
My name is Josh.
30 seconds or less.
Josh, and I've been
okay. All right, Josh, you calm down. Let me share the screen really quick, and let's all take a peek at how Vroom is thinking about presenting themselves.
Yes.
At this year's big game. Ready?
Yeah.
Let me get the volume right. Come on, Vroom.
Yeah.
Come on, Vroom.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're not.
I'm finally going to sell my car.
She's finally going to sell her car. 10 times the charm.
Was the buyer respectful?
Was he nice?
Well, we haggled over price. But I'm finally going to sell my car.
She backed out.
Never deal with flaky buyers again.
Vroom bought your car?
Yeah, they really came through.
Sell your car entirely online on vroom.com.
Can I tell you the most interesting thing about that?
Steve Lato pops up. I love that.
Okay, can you go back on that?
Oh, yeah. What do you want?
Right there.
Did I go right to the right spot?
Okay, a little further. Right there. That orange thing, that is a Volkswagen thing that was popular in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah. It could never pass any safety standards set by any governments today.
A Volkswagen thing?
The thing, the Volkswagen thing. Oh my God. If they could figure out how to make it safe, that would sell like crazy today.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. That would absolutely sell like crazy today.
That's crazy looking.
Oh, they were big at the Jersey Shore. There's nothing better as a shore vehicle than something like that.
Wow. Okay, and
Yeah.
I want to look up one thing really quick. Vroom BBB. It's just
Yeah.
just for
Better business-
research.
yeah,
Just for
Current alerts.
just for research purposes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 1.12. It's the lower the score, the better, isn't it?
We're playing golf here, Pops. So
Okay.
what do you make of Vroom's Super Bowl ad? That'll be coming out obviously in a week or two here, or
Yeah, well,
about
3
a month,
weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
What do you make of their Super Bowl ad?
Oh my God, it's catchy. It's catchy. It's a lot better than last year's.
Last year's was really bad.
Yeah.
Last year's was like we want to pick a fight.
Yeah. No, it's catchy. It's like West Side Story for cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very catchy.
You know, Enrico's here. He's letting us know, hey, Vroom is actually offering 34.7 on my 2020 Kia K5. I just paid 29,488 for it. So we
Yeah.
still have obviously incredibly high offers coming out. We know that they've been coming down a little bit here.
Mhm.
If you're going to sell your car, we're telling you, springtime is probably when it's going to be coming back
Yes.
up again. But it's fascinating to see that like that business, which is definitely struggling. I mean, it's very apparent that they're struggling. They have the
Well, their stock
stock
value's
prices down
82%, wasn't it? When we checked yesterday.
Let's take a peek today really
Yeah,
quick. Let's all
yeah,
take a quick
yeah.
peek.
Yeah.
Vroom. Yeah, it's down another 7.8% today.
Well, good, man.
Yeah,
They're
it's
just
down
they're-
80% in the past year.
Yeah, 81%. They're just killing it.
No, but I think what's fascinating to me is it exemplifies how desperate people are for inventory. You have to have inventory right now. And as
Mhm.
consumers, this is where we actually have like kind of some muscle that we can flex. If you're negotiating a car deal, you're really not going to be able to negotiate much. We've heard more and more stories about maybe some Chrysler deals at invoice. We've heard
Mhm.
some deals at 500 under MSRP, things like that. So you should still push, but the leverage is still on the used car that you're trading.
Well,
in.
and if you can find a car at MSRP today or slightly below MSRP, and you have a trade and you're getting significantly more for your trade than it truly used to be worth,
Yeah.
then you should be coming out on the plus side of things. In that case, if you don't have a trade, you're kind of screwed. But if you do have a trade, the extra that you're going to get for your trade will offset any extra that you have to pay for the new car.
Yeah.
Should anyway.
Well, I thought that new ad was perfect material for really. You got to be kidding me. I'm excited to see what the reaction is.
It's catchy. When you're a jet, whatever. I mean, the only thing missing was Leonard Bernstein, and
Definitely was missing some Leonard Bernstein energy.
Yeah. I mean, really, honestly, I hope the next time we sell a car,
Huh.
That there's a whole host of people out there singing and dancing with us.
Honestly, we should be buying and selling cars so that we can, inform people about what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, want to share one more piece of breaking news, and then I want to share a success story from the YA community. How's that sound?
I'm in, buddy. I'm in.
All right, so updated just about an hour ago.
Yes.
Let me go here. We have on the homepage of Automotive News, microchip shortage will persist. U.S. study says Commerce Department will review pricing. That was from just an hour ago.
Okay.
Also, we should have queued this up for really, you got to be kidding me. Tesla security researcher gained access to car owners' email and warned them.
Ooh, that's good. There's nothing like a car that's connected to the internet.
Security researchers,
Oh my
man.
God, yeah.
All right, let's give a shout
That's got to
out.
make you feel good knowing somebody's reading your emails while you're driving.
Let's give a shout out to Karen. This comes by way of the success stories on the YAA community forum. Again, remember, if you're a YAA member, you have access to all the dealership reviews. I just heard from we're up to 62 reviews that are in the spreadsheet here.
Wow.
So kudos to you, Justice, for maintaining this spreadsheet and for everyone participating. Look at this. There's
Wow.
so many Subaru dealerships, Hyundai dealerships, Mazda dealerships.
Very cool.
Please continue to share with us your reviews back on the community forum, and all of the members obviously have access to it. But let's go back to success stories. We haven't done this in a while, Dad, and I think this
Okay.
is a story worth doing it on. This comes from Karen. You ready?
Yes.
Hi, yacht community. Can't thank you all enough for the support throughout this entire experience. Big shout out to Mario, who's Space in the chat here. Thank you,
Yes.
Space, for personally advising me through email support. My knowledge of buying a car was non-existent before this. I'm so thankful for all the videos, articles, and community success stories because YAA taught me everything I knew about being an informed buyer. Especially being a female, it can be intimidating and they are more likely to try and take advantage of you. Luckily, I came into the dealership confident, knowing the ins and outs, and didn't take any BS.
Good for you, Karen.
As many of you know, buying a car in 2022 is not for the weak-hearted. This was over a month-long process of calling, visiting dealerships, and researching. I originally had my heart set on the Kia Seltos and had called over 40 dealerships in Southern California, Las Vegas, and even Arizona. Mind you, I'm located in Los Angeles. Every single dealer was marking up $2,000 plus above MSRP, and I couldn't justify paying for an insane markup for the trim level I was looking for. Out of frustration, I reached out to email support, and Mario suggested other options and also referred me to a few dealers directly that were offering me MSRP.
Look at that.
Because of that, I ended up switching brands, and I'm so happy that I did. You have to be flexible in this market. Just on this note right here, I've been thinking more and more about creating we've talked about in the past, like the code of ethics and doing some sort of dealer affiliation. Like if you want to sell at 500 under MSRP to YA members, we'll recommend you.
Yes.
You want to sell used cars at a set profit per vehicle, we'll recommend you. Need to put some more thinking towards that, but that's a perfect example of Mario helping out there to do that.
Yes.
I found a used 2019 Mazda CX-5 Sport trim in excellent condition under 27,000 miles at Subaru Long Beach. It was priced $1,000 to $2,000 below the market and everything checked out upon inspection. Always get a pre-purchase
Yes,
inspection.
absolutely.
I purchased the car that same day and got the car at MSRP. I was very clear at the advertised price. I was very clear that I wouldn't pay any dealer add-ons or markups, which they didn't add. I used all the sales tactics that Zach and Ray taught to deflect questions and make sure that I was in the driver's seat throughout the whole conversation. I felt confident when I was in the finance office and declined any packages that were offered. Everything was clear and transparent throughout the whole process. If you are looking for a family-owned dealership, I highly recommend Subaru Long Beach and ask for the salesperson, Cameron. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I finally found my car after a month-plus long search. My biggest advice for purchasing a car in this market is to stay patient, flexible, research, watch all the YAA videos and articles, use tech support, and stay hopeful. Knowledge is power, and it can also save you thousands of dollars. Thank you, Ray, Zach, Kimberly, and everyone on the YAA staff for teaching and empowering everyday customers to make informed decisions. Now, Pops, it's been a little while since we've done this, but I
Yes.
think it's worth putting it up on the screen. That
Yeah.
gets the stamp of approval, doesn't
Oh,
it?
absolutely it does. All we can do is share the information and share observations and techniques and things that you might be able to say or do that might be able to save you a few dollars here and there. We like to say knowledge is power. And I've refined that to say applied knowledge is power. If you don't know how to apply that knowledge, there is no power associated with it. So apply the knowledge that you know so that it can become powerful when you're dealing with people that sell cars on a daily basis. And I'm not going to be naive enough to say that you're going to outsmart them, but you are going to take the tilt of the playing field that is decidedly in their direction, and you're going to level it up a little bit. They will always have the upper hand because they do it on a daily basis, but you can cut into how much leverage they have by applying the knowledge that we share with you via videos, via our live streams, via blogs.
I think you're generally right. And I also think you're very wrong.
Okay.
We do so much more than just tell you the information. Think about the hours, the countless hours that Space and Phil and Justice and Kimberly and Candace and Justin, and quite frankly, you and me still put in to coach people one-to-one. We do way more than just provide information. I think you undersell what we're really trying to build here, which is connecting people who can help you level that playing field. I think you got to embrace the fact that what was this woman's name again? Her name was Karen.
Yeah.
Karen had a coach, and it
Yeah.
was Space.
Yeah.
And we owe Space a heck of a lot of gratitude and appreciation.
There is power in numbers. There's strength in numbers. So yes, I mean the whole idea behind building the community was
Yeah.
that there would be more strength because there's more people participating. I get that. And yes, we happen to employ some of the best advocates on the face of the planet with the time, effort, and energy that they're willing to put in to work with people to help them achieve their goals.
And then think about, like, if we do develop the affinity program or whatever the heck it is, where the pricing is the price, and like that's another thing, like that
Yeah,
helps us
well-
level things out. Well, I want to do that on the repair side too. Like, I don't know, my vision is much broader than, you know, just like giving people information and then, you know, employing them to you know, put it into practice. It's like, no, let's put you in everyone's pocket. We can't do that.
I can become pocket pop.
We can't do that, but we can do.
Who
you know, we can
wouldn't
get-
want me in
Right.
their back pocket?
Me.
Show of hands.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. That's because they can only see us. We can't see them. But
All right, let's give a
but
quick.
I think pocket pop's the way to go.
Let's give MPEG a quick shout out running us the Sun Marathon in Utah on Saturday. Need a
wow.
3:10 to qualify for Boston. Godspeed, MPEG. You can do
Yeah.
it.
Good luck.
Had a 20-mile training run on my end on
Sunday.
On
It was
Sunday.
Sunday.
That
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
so
it was
hard.
just a tick under 3 hours.
Just a tick under 3 hours. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was so
Yeah,
hard.
so you're not qualified.
I'm not
for
qualified for
Boston.
Boston. Hell no, not this year.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you everyone for being a part of this. Thanks for joining today. If you're not a part of the community already, back on the community forum, please join there. Just join ya.com/community. Pop, someone said you're modest. We'll have to have a chat with Loran and let them know not at all. Don't worry.
What am I modest about?
All right, we'll see everyone back here tomorrow,
What's tomorrow?
noon Eastern.
Tomorrow, Wednesday?
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Oh, yes, I'll be here.
Sounds good.
Sure. Absolutely. See you all tomorrow, folks. Thanks for participating today.
See you, Dad.
Okay.
Oh, I got
Well,
to
you-
stop saying see you. 'cause
Yeah.